Lesson 30. Why does Jesus care so much about my money? Well, he's going to give you two reasons. The first is, and this is really why Jesus spoke more about money than he did even about heaven and hell. The way you use your money will reveal the direction that your soul is going. Let me just read what I think is probably his most important statement about money in all of the Gospels. Do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Two incredibly important statements that Jesus made. One is, lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. You've heard people say, you can't take it with you. But according to Jesus, you can send it on ahead. The way you use your money on earth can actually result in rewards in heaven. I know that freaks some people out because it's all a gift and nothing we do earns our salvation. Well, that's true. We're not earning our salvation. But this is Jesus telling us that the way we use our money will be stored up in heaven as a reward for us. Personally, I just believe him. I don't have time to get into all the reasons why right here, right now. But if he's right, we need to take seriously what we do with the resources that he's given us. You know, it is a spiritual gift. Generosity is a spiritual gift. And I think it's one of the most dangerous of all the spiritual gifts. So if you have it, and you do, it's because God trusts you. Not because he loves you, but because he wants to love someone else through you. And then Jesus makes the second important statement. Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Now, it's partially true that our money follows our hearts. That is, we give to things that we believe in and we invest in things that we like. But the fact of the matter is, the majority of the time, and this is what Jesus said, our heart follows our money. So where you put your money will be where your heart chases. If you put your money in tools and toys, it's going to chase tools and toys. If you put your money in your retirement, then you're going to look forward to retirement. But if you put your money in the things of God, in the kingdom of God, in the investment of people's salvation on this earth, that's the direction your heart is going to chase. Here's the second reason that Jesus talks about money so much. Anxiety disorders have been on a stellar rise in our country for the last 20 or 30 years. It is a pandemic that is destroying businesses and families and education. Just people are triggered about everything and their anxiety is so high. Part of the reason for that is that we've put our resources, time, talent, treasure, in things that are transitory rather than things that are permanent. And what Jesus is teaching us, and the tithe is really a tool to leverage this lesson in our lives, that when you put your money in the things of God, you begin to put your trust more in God than in yourself or in society or people around you. That's why giving 10%, a tithe, is so important for Christians. To invest in the local church, which is the hope of the world. Because when you do that, you begin to realize what Jesus says. He cares for you more than he cares for the birds of the air or the grass of the field. He takes impeccable care of his children. And when we entrust him with our resources, it is a practice. It's a habit. It's a method of building our trust in God, which reduces our anxiety in this world. Chapter 6 is an incredibly insightful lesson psychologically. That is, the beginning of chapter 6, as you might recall from a previous lesson, is talking about where we get our self-esteem. The latter half of the chapter is talking about where we get our security. Self-esteem and security are two primary drivers for us as human beings. And when we can learn to get our self-esteem needs met through the Father and our security met through the Father, that will reduce all kinds of anxiety in our lives. God is ready and willing and able to provide you both security and self-esteem.